the Buddha said spiritual friendship is the whole of the holy life. Why would he say that? Not just that it's important, but that it's really the whole thing. What does that mean? What is this holy life that we're talking about? And in order to understand why spiritual friendship and why relational practices are so powerful on this path, we need to touch again this observation about how sensitive we are. First of all, to the whole world. Like, light touches the eye and wow, big response. Could be just a rock or a tree. And there's so much information, so much detail for survival, right? But also for pleasure, to avoid pain. These mechanisms are very sensitive. The hearing, just the slightest air pressure changes at the ear, and touch of the body. And this is how we navigate the world. But when what touches the body or touches the eye or the ear, there's perception and it's a human being, then all of these other aspects of our being are recruited, and wham, it's a powerful experience. We're built that way. And that's this foundation for responsiveness, by which, of course, we have lots of anger, fear, hatred, divorce, abuse, all kinds of things come out of that sensitivity. But also, of course, love and compassion. And as we'll see, in the feedback loop that happens when there's two or more in contact, and there's mindfulness in one and mindfulness in the other, and that reflects back and forth with, the instantaneous moment, the brightness of awareness, that same relational multiplier is going to work. And so that has huge implications for liberating practice. We are as intrinsically relational as we are individual. That is, I will never know your inner life, really. And certainly in this moment, I could look at you, we could speak together, but still the entire universe of your inner world, I can get some sense of by what you speak to me, or how I read your face, or something like this, or even more subtle things that I'm picking up that I don't probably know that I'm picking up. So that's going on, and you with me. And so we have this system together. Even so, there's a sort of you might call it a private world, or a world that is only built and experienced from within. And so you're intrinsically individual. At the same time, as we just said with, how our bodies are built relationally, we evolved relationally to survive and work together and build families and build cultures. That's why the human animal dominates the planet, because we work together and flexibly so well. But also our hormone systems, the brain structure. And so we are intrinsically relational even when we're alone. We feel that. We feel safe or unsafe, and so on. So the Dharma, being about the nature of the human experience of suffering, of freedom, the Dharma must be as intrinsically relational as it is individual. Because the Buddha was clearly speaking about and from this human experience. So when he spoke about suffering, do you think that didn't include the suffering of difficult families, of people who harm us or treat us poorly? He explicitly pointed out all those aspects of suffering. But somehow in our culture, it doesn't get recognized or called out, because we have quite an individualistic culture. And that limits and harms us, I think. You could see for yourself. But he spoke about craving. Sounds like things that we do with other people, doesn't it? Wanting and fear and pleasure and pain and ignorance. And surely that includes how we manifest these in relationship. So we see the power of relationship. We see this relational multiplier can go towards ill, war, racism, mob politics, dysfunctional families, but it also goes towards good, caring families, even just professionals, healthcare workers and psychotherapists and, aid organizations. This is all the power of working together going towards the good. But I'd like to introduce this other aspect of major shift, really, from just seeing that piece of it, which is the power of our relatedness can be put to work for cultivating wisdom. It can be put to work for strong awareness and deep inquiry.